What is going on today, everybody? We're back in the fish room, and I got a special video for you guys today. The piranha tank. Come check this baddie out here. Now, we got some piranhas from Dill, and now we have a full school of piranhas. So we have a total of that monster right in front, plus another, I think we have a total of 7. And then our black bar silver dollar, who was like the ringleader, but look how big those piranhas are. Now we have ourselves a monster school for our 125. So we're gonna be scaping this thing today, and it might be over a couple days because we've got a lot of stuff that needs to get done in this scape. So what I'm thinking in my head, these PVC pipes here, yeah? Now, if I could stand them up in the tank back there and then wrap them in either moss or maybe some guppy grass, like just wrap the guppy grass around the pipe. Let the guppy grass like surround the entire pipe so it looks like just like a piece of wood in the ground, or like roots coming down into the water. And it'd be like a very natural ecosystem for them, because like the roots going down into the water, PVC pipes just standing straight up vertically wrapped, and literally we would have like 10 to 15 of them just standing up in there. I think it would look so good because it'd be natural. So like I have enough moss to like at least start like the wrapping of the pipes. And then I have plenty of guppy grass, if you can't tell. That whole thing is all guppy grass. So we have mounds and mounds of guppy grass. So like instead of just letting it just keep accumulating in that tank, use it in another scape for the piranhas, and then that'll just regrow in the stock tank. And you can see our 40-gallon that we used to have our phantom redtail in, absolutely covered in guppy grass. I don't know why that stuff does so good in my water, but I'm not complaining. And obviously the tank lights are not on yet. It's a little early. But yeah, this is the tank. Our piranha tank is what we're gonna be scaping. So yeah, first things first, we gotta get these cut to size. And I might have the PVC at different heights just to give a little more like depth, kinda. So like the ones that will be shorter in the water, we can put like a ball of Java moss on top, and that would look like a mini tree. Kind of like what we did for the axolotl tank, but like this would look like a legitimate tree. But yeah, we're just going to dive right in. I'll kind of explain how I'm gonna do it in my head once we actually get our hands in there. But yeah, let's get to scaping this piranha tank. All right, so the technique that I'm going to use for these PVC pipes, we'll set this guy out of the way. We'll start with our smallest one. So now the technique with this guy is I have a giant bucket of guppy grass, massive bucket, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of layer it on this pipe. You see, PVC pipe pretty much gone. And then I'm gonna wrap it with twine all the way up this pipe. And then as it grows, we can just trim it, or we can just let the thing bush out like an absolute, like literally just a pile of guppy grass. So yeah, that's kind of the technique I'm going with. I got my twine here, and I'm just gonna wrap this daddy till it looks like a big green blob. And we're gonna stuff it in the piranha tank that are absolutely going crazy right now and stirring the tank up. So yeah, I'm gonna get this wrapped, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done wrapping it. All right, here's the finished product of one. That's one. Now at the top, that's all gonna bush up, and you're not even gonna be able to see the white. Trust. But yeah, that is a perfectly wrapped guppy grass pipe. And now we're just gonna go ahead, and now we're missing quite a bit of sand over on this left side, so we're going to add more to it once we give you guys kind of like what I'm going for, because once I do it, it's gonna be dirty as all get out. So yeah, let's give you a little view. Now, yeah, that is the first addition to the piranha tank, baby. I know it doesn't look like much now, but let me get about 5 of these babies in here, and I'll show you how much it made this tank come to life. Trust the process. All right, so that's kind of the start of our scape. I don't know if I'll do too many because the tank's not very deep. Because like the tanker the deep, the tanker the deep. The deeper the tank, I can get more depth kind of. But since the tank's only like 18 inches deep, like it's hard to get depth with it. So if I add too much, you're not gonna get like the spacings between each pillar is what you call it. So this side's pretty much gonna be good to go, but this whole side, I'm thinking we gotta do rock structures, I have some more plants that I took from the stock tank as well, some nice stem plants that I'm going to plant in the back of there as well. There's also a, whatchamacallit, there is also a wave maker that we're gonna take out because it's stirring things up way too much. And I don't think the piranhas enjoy too much current. They're more of a still, caught that fly. They're more of a still water type species. So we're gonna take that wave maker out so it'll stop stirring so much up. We're gonna add more substrate to this side as well because we're looking pretty thin here. And if I wanna plant plants there, we need some decent substrate. So I'm gonna toss substrate in here, get everything topped off looking good, get that wave maker out of there, and then we're gonna get that rock formation kind of how we want it. I think I'm gonna use bricks instead of actual rocks because then I can like sculpt a nice little brick formation for them, and then we'll have a nice planted area here. I'm thinking pearlweed maybe, see if we can get some carpeting, maybe some of that grass, that dwarf sage that I got, steal some of that and put it in here as well. But yeah, enough chit chat. Let's get some substrate thrown in this bad boy, and then we'll probably have to wait for it to clear, and then we'll get on that rock formation, baby. All right, I think what we're gonna do first is actually the rock structure for our piranhas. I think that'll definitely help them kind of calm down. There were already some hanging out in my pillars that I made. So yeah, we're gonna start with bricks, and then I have actual rocks so we can kind of decorate it up a little bit. Make a couple caves, make a big cave, so probably all of them will try and get underneath it. But yeah, you know the drill. Toss stuff in and see how it looks. We need another light for this tank. All right, I think we're gonna start with that. I'll kind of show you what it kind of looks like. If we add too many rocks and then I go to add the substrate, it's just gonna cover up my detail rocks. So I'm just gonna show you what we're looking like right now. We'll add the substrate. I'll come back either tonight or tomorrow and finish this scape up for these beautiful piranhas. So here's what we're looking like. Here's what we got. It's a little dirty in there, but the filter's got to work. The piranhas are stirring it up. There's already one guy in there. It looks like the Easter Island rocks. Silver dollar there. See, they're already hanging out by my pillars. Trust, there's a guy hanging clear out over there in the corner. Look at those piranhas. They are loving it already. A lot of floaters in there from that guppy grass, wrapping it around there. Some pieces fell off, but the filter will pick it all up. The piranha's gonna be looking so good. They're gonna love it. But yeah, let's get the substrate filled in right there. And then I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow when it all clears up. We continue scaping. I'll see you then. And just like that, it's the next day. And this tank is looking pretty clear. Still a little bit of tilapia at the bottom because we fed them yesterday. So I'll just show you what she's looking like as of right now. Still got our nice cave. Honestly, could still use a little more substrate in the back, but we're not going to worry about that right now because we'll add it after the fact. But yeah, our pipes are looking good. Nothing's fallen over yet. What we need is like a longer light. Our 4-footer ain't quite long enough. So what we need is like we need like 2 4-footers for this tank. But I mean, piranhas, they're loving it. Look how big that guy is there. These guys are still like juvenile ones yet. That man is huge. He's like almost double their size. But yeah, they'll grow nicely in here. Now, we're gonna add us some more rocks over here. Probably some more little starter rocks here. We'll plant our plants where we want it. Probably some pearl weed and some grass that we're gonna steal from our Lima tank. And yeah, maybe some stem plants in the back as well. Yeah, let's get into it, baby. All right, now that we got our rocks in, looking mints, nice little scape. Gives it a little more texture contrast, you know, to the old piranha tank. And yeah, let's start shoving some plants in there. And we'll just see if these piranhas will leave them alone. We have a whole bunch of our plants. And now, there's a little trick for you guys. These stem plants I just pulled out of the stock tank. Now, if you can see, it's better to see on this one. This stem plant was leaning way sideways. You see how there's roots all over this? All over the bottom? We're gonna plant it sideways, and then the stem plants will grow up from the sides of each root. You got a root here, root here, root here. The stems will actually grow up through this cat, which I thought would look really good. And it would like give us a nice long back there. That's gonna look good. Pro tip, stem plants, if you have them sideways, they'll shoot roots off their stem to try and find substrate to get down into. So, this one's kind of like the same thing. We'll do the same thing with this guy. Snip that off because that's all like dead. Same thing, we'll plant him sideways. And then look at all them roots. We'll just start sprouting all over. Look good. But we do have normal ones. This was the top of it. And we'll plant him all the way down in there. And he'll shoot all the way to the top as usual. And yeah, we got some swords over there. We got some grasses that are going to go in the front. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. And it'd be nice to show you guys what stem plants do when they're on their side. Not straight up and down, when they're on their side. But yeah, all our stem plants are gonna go in the back. Hope you enjoy. And we got our nice, beautiful swords here that we've been growing out in our rainbow fish tank. And this would be the perfect tank to put these bad boys in. As long as the piranhas leave them alone. They're zipping back and forth right where I planted those, so I'm just kind of hoping they don't get pulled out from the roots. That's why I'm trying to put these guys like in between the rocks. So hopefully they don't get pulled out. And now let's go on to our grass. Again, look at the roots on those cats. This ain't our grass, this is dwarf sagittus or something like that. A little bit of Java moss in it. But yeah, the roots on them, amazing. They do really well in the old water, so these will go all in the foreground. Make sure those roots get all the way down in there. Nice and deep. All right, and now we got a little bit of pearl weed that we're gonna try and place in here. This is a little more delicate stuff, but we'll see if the piranhas will leave it alone. Just try and plant it in a couple bundles, but I want to put them deep in the substrate so the piranhas don't flick it out. All right, that's kind of the finished product of our piranha tank. Yes, it doesn't look like there's a whole bunch of plants in the back, but trust, there is a lot of plants in the back. Hopefully the piranhas will leave them alone. Their tails are so strong, one swipe, they might just undig all of them. Dig up all of them. So hopefully not. We'll just hope. We'll try and stay away from the tank, give them a little, make them nice and calm. And yeah, we're gonna add some of this this giant jug of Flourish Sea Chem fertilizer. This is what I've been using. I'll put a link down in the description where I bought it. I'll put a link down in the description on Amazon where I bought it. Sea Chem. This stuff is highly concentrated and works really well. One capful, just one capful, does 125 gallons. Just shake her up real nice like. Just dump her in. Spill a whole bunch on the way up. Honestly, we're gonna give her just a little more. Just to give these plants a nice start. All right. So yeah, that's the whole piranha build. I'll give you a little back look of the whole entire tank. You guys tell me what you think of it. Now it did dirty up a little bit on us, not too bad, but I'd say the piranhas are loving it right now. Look at them just swimming through all of it. Yeah, I'd say they are loving it. Look, they're not even going into their caves. They're staying back behind there. Another plant that we probably will add that does really good in my water is crypts. Put some crypts sprinkled in there along everything, and they do so well in my water. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on piranha tank, what you guys want to see with it, what plants, what other extra plants we could put in it, put it down in the comments. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.